All right. Ready for this?
I'm ready, man.
You want to lead in this time?
Sure. Well, how do I do that?
You can basically just say, hello and welcome to Side Character Quest. I'm your side character guest, Josh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Side Character Quest. I'm your side character guest, Joshua Lormer.
And
hosting me today.
Keep going.
No,
No,
it's you now. It's you.
Okay. Hosting you today is, hosting
you have to be so careful when you give me the microphone. You have to be so careful because I'll just keep running.
This is Ty, your usual host. Not always the DM on this show, but most of the time, 90% of the time. How are you doing today, audience? And how are you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been 2 weeks or 1 week since we recorded last.
2 weeks. 2 weeks,
yeah,
definitely.
So I have been marinating on this moment for 2 weeks, and that will either mean that my response to the cliffhanger will be incredible, or it will be way overthought and and go get right in my face.
Oh, I'm terrified. Quick recap for listeners. What had happened last time was, let's skip all the gobbledygook. Fair did a little bit of searching around. Then he had his suspicions raised. I honestly don't remember why. About this person went to go talk to Lord Frederick in his private rooms. Caught Lord Frederick in a lie, revealing that he was in some way related to this murder most foul.
He was profiting off of it, yeah.
He was profiting off of it. And then destroyed the guy. just wrecked him. Coup de grace.
Cast a held person successfully and ended it. And that's where we're picking off with you in this room. Oh my gosh. I hope you made it clear, I think you did, that I do not know what kind of relationship Lord Frederick has with the audience or how much they know of him.
Correct.
I know as much of him as you have given me in this series. So
I have specifically told Josh that if he is ever going to listen to Side Character Quest, that he should do it after we record, so that he will not be swayed into pulling punches.
I don't know when I'm talking to someone. Yeah, when I'm talking to someone who has been a previous character or not. So it's been fun. I'm loving it.
Oh boy, it's been a good time. All right, you ready to roll right into the show?
Literally, I'm ready, man. Let's roll.
An island along the river, a roomy estate, a stately room, a sword sheathed in the body of its master, blood spreading across the floor, an island along the river.
Hello, Fair. What have you gotten us into?
Simone, it's been a minute.
Quite a long time.
Are you corporeal? He's gonna reach out his finger, try and touch her face.
Roll me a perception check.
That would be 16.
When your fingers brush her face, you feel the warmth of a face, and you lightly touch the skin of her cheek before pulling back. However, you also see that there is no depression on the bed that she is sitting on, and you have a sense that what you are seeing and feeling is not real.
All right.
Is not present.
I will, I'll put a hand on my dagger just kind of rested on it as I'm looking at her for, I think, some emotional stability.
Gotcha. Is that like in your, like sort of reaching into your robes, or is that held out?
I think kind of like stashed on my, I guess, sheathed or somewhat in the waist of my robes or something like that.
Cool.
Just kind of like someone would rest their hand on the hilt of a sword, kind of.
Gotcha. She looks at you.
Show me my dagger, Faer.
Why? Why are you here? Why do you keep showing up? I'll show you the dagger if you answer my question.
She smiles when you say that.
I'm not showing up, Faer. I've been here with you every day.
I think I would know if you were here every day.
I haven't been myself. You gave me eyes, and I couldn't always focus them, but you've carried
It's been
me.
hundreds of years. You're dead. You've been dead.
Simone is dead.
All right, hold on. Just, you stay there.
And he kind of like tells her to stay where she's at.
She doesn't seem to move.
I don't have a lot of time. Oh, I have so many questions. But he's going to get cold soon, so I have to hurry.
As you start to move, you feel a compulsion to pull the dagger from your pocket. Do you do so?
I guess, yeah, I told her I would.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I do pull my dagger out kind of without thinking.
She reaches forward, lightly touches the little piece of blue glass in the hilt, and then pulls her hand back.
Do I feel something? Does something happen?
You aren't sure.
Okay. I have a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull the sword out of Frederick.
Ooh, gnarly. Okay.
I'm going to go, okay. Come on, you can do this. I'm going to stretch my shoulders, roll them around.
I think I know what you're going to do. Oh, no.
And I'm going to... And I am going to impale myself, but before that, a
variation on one of the things that I thought you might try, much more convincing.
I'm going to cast thaumaturgy, 3 different effects.
Oh, okay.
At the same time.
Yeah.
They have a minute duration and do not require concentration. So I'm not gonna have them all last for a full minute.
Yeah.
But so there's kind of a whole smorgasbord of things you can choose from, and I'll let you tell me, DM, like what if I'm reaching with any of this.
Okay.
But I would like for the room to shake and quake with a subtle kind of like earthquake sense.
Okay.
I would like for there to be green wispy light to start emanating out of the creaks of the door so that everyone outside will see kind of
okay,
like creepy green light. And then I want, so one of the things it says you can do is you can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as rumbling of thunder, cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. I would like to have the ominous, creepy, cackling laughter of Cleric Darum.
That is really good. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can... Okay, first of all, roll me a performance check.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That is an 18.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get Let me. What did Durham sound like? Ah, well, ha ha ha. This is my voice. That's not ominous. That's not ominous. Okay.
I mean, add some echo effect.
Add some echo effect.
Yeah. It fits. It fits. It honestly.
All right.
It's with Faer. Yeah.
Hopefully,
fits. And then
I'll add some effects. Hopefully that sounds reasonable.
I'm gonna basically launch those spells off, and then just kind of tell myself in my head, there are clerics here. There are clerics here. There are clerics here.
Yes.
I'm gonna full on impale myself right next to Frederick.
Oh, you are so lucky.
In the gut. I'm going for gut wound.
So you flop to the ground, and like this sound has happened, and you hear immediately like movement outside, and the door bursts open as one of the Lumineers who had been standing out, on the other side, rushes in, and you hear movement, shouting as people are rushing about, and everything is sort of fading a little bit for you. And
should I roll like a saving throw? Am I like at 0? You think, or?
Roll me a medicine to see how deftly you stabbed yourself.
how deadly it was?
Yeah, how good of a job you did at making it convincing.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, I think you successfully made it convincing, but also made it kind of real. So roll me a Constitution saving throw to see whether you are going to like give me a 10 to be conscious.
All right, I got 14.
Okay, cool. So you are lying there, and you are starting to bleed out. You've taken a hefty amount of damage.
All right, I'm gonna just say, if I can say anything under my breath, I just want to say, Darum.
Nice. Right as that is, you're saying that, and you're whispering it into the to the Lumineers who are standing over you. You see the silhouette of Sister Robin push them aside, and then you hear her voice as she is, "Oh, get out of the way! Get out of the way! Okay, all right, back up." And you see her starting to make gestures to one of the various gods that she has studied under, that she has found under your tutelage. And she casts, let me see what healing spell I gave her, because I gave her one, because you said that she handled medical stuff at the Abbey. I don't know if you remembered that.
I don't remember that, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, so first she casts Spare the Dying, keeping you solid, and then she is going to cast Cure Wounds. I didn't actually have you roll damage on this.
Mm-mm.
Let's assume that we knocked you down to 0, and she gives you 14 back.
Okay. Is the sword out of my belly?
Yes, sword is out of you, and the Lumineers are rushing by, trying to deal with him. And
I waited till he was gone.
Robin turns away from you and looks at the Lumineers and is like, I told you he is out. All right. I couldn't listen. Look at this guy. He's already getting back up. I don't mess up. If I say that he is down, he is down.
Is Simone? Can I see if Simone is still there looking at us?
Sure. Yeah, she is still there. And just watching.
And no one's reacting to her?
No one's reacting to her.
Oh no, I'm crazy. Okay. Can I say to Robin, just like as I'm kind of getting up, do you see anyone on the bed?
She turns and looks at the bed and shakes her head, and then it immediately goes back to sort of like looking at your wounds or wound.
I'm gonna look her in the eyes, and my intent here is not to be deceitful.
Mm-hmm.
My intent is to convey the importance of this being the truth.
Yes.
That we share unitedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of knowing look, like I look at her and I go, Darum's spirit did this.
She looks at you, and I'm gonna have her roll an insight. Damn it. she rolled a 3, which I can't imagine her insight gets very. I think that she nods and accepts that Darum's that you think this in this moment. I don't think she grasps the
weight of what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
that's fine.
Yeah, but you've known Robin for like literally decades. She has worked under you for a really, really long time. She
let me like piggyback in her brain.
Yeah. She may or may not think that you are fully aware right now, but she trusts that you are.
She's got my back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes. Oh boy, what is? You know what? Okay. As you're standing there, and you're sort of sitting up, trying to gather yourself, you feel a weight at your hip where the dagger is, and Josh, you have regained both of your spell slots.
Oh no! Oh, that's so awesome.
And with that, you look over at Simone, and she is no longer there.
Oh man. Okay. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna reach out and try and grab one of the Lumineers on the arm to kind of get their attention.
Yeah.
It was the cleric who died earlier today. His spirit returns.
No, jeez.
The Lumineer stands up and starts looking around.
Is it still around?
I think you'd see it if it was still around. I need to know who's in charge now that Frederick is dead.
I guess that would be, Madam Twain?
Or who's in charge of your order? Who's like the next in charge of the Madam Twain does not have the ability, spiritually to deal with this.
Of the Lumineers? I don't,
There, you see a look of like confusion over his face. Like he does not know the answer to what you're saying. Like he is not aware of like who would be the head of this church.
Do I sense there being any kind of like is this an opportunity for me to perhaps gain some authority?
I think it would be fair to think that you could do that in this moment.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and look him in the face and say, how many of you are there right now in the building?
In the building? There would be... He starts counting off his fingers. I don't remember if I've said anything that explicitly contradicts this.
Sure.
But I'm going to say 10.
Okay, I'll just say, I asked him for a fair number of how many Lumineers there are.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell him, all right, I need you to quickly make the rounds and inform everyone of what's occurred.
Of course.
We need everyone to be informed and prepared. Tell them to ready spells of awareness of good and evil and the undead, if they have any.
Okay. And he is like looking back and forth at the other Lumineers. Like, are you guys? I'll have
Who else must die and for us to take action?
No. We understand. And they get up and start running down the hall.
Do I need to roll any kind of? I know I got that guy, but I'm saying like, do I need to roll anything for anybody else who's seeing what's happening?
I don't.
It's chaos.
I think
they all seem kind of doofy to me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they are. I think everybody in this room right now is.
Or I guess not doofy. I should say it seems like these are
underlings.
These are people who like being led. Yeah, and so
yes.
One of my goals with killing Frederick was I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I also felt like he was up to something, and I felt like he would be probably my biggest problem.
Yeah.
From being able to do whatever I wanted.
I feel I am not having you roll to convince the people in this room to go along with what you have said. This is my reasoning. The big thing is that it would be the check would be so low that you would almost definitely succeed. The second thing is that you fucking like did a good performance and stabbed yourself, so they believe that you have been attacked. And their boss...
I'm also playing off of all of the undead stuff that everyone's been saying.
Their boss is dead, and their boss told them to trust you and to work with you. And so, like, the idea that these guys that the people in this room right now would not go along with what you're saying it just feels impossible.
Gosh, this is so, you have no idea how uncomfortable I am as a person because this is so against the way that I typically play.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. It's just like I have to take a shower tonight.
Like manipulating people.
This is like I'm so aware of how much I can, and it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, these guys are yeah. So you are right now in a room with Sister Robin. Yourself, you are covered in your indigo robes are covered with blood. They
were mostly white. They were like white, right, with like indigo on them.
Yeah, Lord Frederick has been a blanket has been laid over him, but the other Lumineers have like run out and are like going up and down the halls, knocking on the doors of all the clerics, and you hear the like conversation and talking out in the halls. What are you going to do right now?
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, I'm thinking. I actually had something in my head. I wanted to. Robin.
Yeah.
Where did they take Darum's body?
I don't know that he's been moved.
Still in the storage space.
I believe so. Yeah.
He gets up really shakily and like grabs his quarterstaff, and leans on Robin for some support and says,
"All right,
take me to the storage room."
All right, let's go. And she shuffles with you down through the hall, down the stairs into the foyer, and then underneath the stairs into that sort of quote room where you guys originally found Darum. And you see that a coat has been laid over his body, but his body is still there.
All right. Can we assume the Lumineers around have been informed?
You are still hearing like shouting and movement upstairs. You can tell that there is stuff. You've bought yourself some time to do what you need to do, and no one is directly messing with you.
Okay. Robin, please stay at the door and
you've got it.
Knock if anyone is approaching.
Oh, okay. So you want her to wait? You want me to wait outside?
Yes.
All right.
We must cleanse this space of evil.
She gives you a funny look, but then just waves her hands and goes and stands outside.
Okay, cool. I more or less wanted to be alone. So I'm now alone in the storage space with the dead body?
Yes.
All right, I pull out my knife.
Okay.
And I put it to my mouth like a microphone. I just go, Simone? Hello?
You do not get a response.
Blast.
As you are holding the knife up, you notice a slight movement in that little piece of blue glass in the hilt.
Ooh. Put it up to my eye.
It's strange because there's nothing there. Roll me an investigation real quick.
12.
It's strange.
That's my passive. That equals my passive investigation.
It's strange because there's nothing moving, and yet it feels like there's some life in the blade that you've never noticed before. But that's all that is.
Okay. All right. I'm going to kneel down next to the dead body. And I'd like to do I want to investigate it a little further.
Okay.
I know he didn't show up in his spirit form to attack us.
Yes.
I'm thinking to myself here, there's still a lot we don't know about his death. I would like to see, having been in the different rooms and talked to several other people, the bit of cloth that was ripped off in his hand.
Yeah.
Was it in his hand?
It was under, I believe it was under his body.
Yeah. Does that, having talked to some people, moved to some different rooms, do I recognize that fabric any better? I've looked at so many pants.
Yeah. Roll me a history check real quick.
17.
You are confident you have not seen any hint of this.
All right. Does he still have the knife? Is it still around?
Ooh. I don't remember for sure, but let's go ahead and say yes, it is on a table in the room, like it had been taken out to examine.
Okay. Is it size and weight? Is it about the same kind of size as my dagger?
It's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
More pointy.
Okay.
Whereas yours has a bit of a blade, and it is a little rusty and not made of the same material.
Okay. What are the chances that he killed himself? Could I, like, the way he was stabbed in the front, correct? Something I didn't consider when first finding the body was whether or not the wound had been self-inflicted. And if self-inflicted, the angle or something might be a little different than if it were to be like someone who attacked him directly.
Gotcha.
Or, it might be more aggressive rather than as like kind of determined. He didn't have any images on his face like he was surprised or shocked or, horrified. Yeah. And so I want to check to see if perhaps this was a self-inflicted killing.
Roll me another investigation.
That is 16.
Okay. I can't recall whether I said he had been stabbed in the back or the front. Regardless, you can tell from the angle that this would be a very difficult way to stab yourself.
Okay. Then I'm going to... I'm crazy. This is insane, but... Okay, Simone, help me out. I'm going to pull my dagger out, and I'm going to try and line it up with his dagger wound.
Yeah.
And I just want to slide it in.
Oh, gnarly. You do that, and you said your passive investigation is a 12?
Yes.
I mean, you can tell the hole is a little bit too big for the knife. What are you trying to do in this moment? Are you just basically like seeing what happens, or are you trying to figure something out?
I'm kind of seeing what happens. Like for some reason, Simone keeps showing up whenever my dagger is in use, and I'm starting to pick up on it. So I'm kind of just dooting around a little bit.
Gotcha.
While all the chaos is happening out there.
Okay. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. You notice that the way that the knife has entered into him is very, like, the wound that was already there is fairly clean. Like, he did not put up much of a fight.
Okay.
Like, it's not like he stabbed and then, like, it got wiggled around a bunch while he was, like, wriggling.
Can I, this is, I've already stabbed him, so impropriety has been forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and just search his body for any other items or artifacts that might be on his person.
Okay.
That could give me some kind of a clue religiously.
Yes. Give me another investigation check.
Getting all my investigating in. That is just my passive, 12.
Okay. In one of his pockets, you find a little totem to Korog, his god.
Untimely death?
Yes. It's a little figure, a little drowned child. Very sad.
I'm definitely pocketing that.
Okay.
I have plans for that artifact.
Ooh, cool. And you also, I think with a 12, that's all you find. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
It was a very cool call to come back here. I think it was very smart.
There's nothing there. No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Part of it is I'm still reaching a little bit. We don't have a clear suspect.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many people missing, though, like that in this that we have not located. And I feel like there are chunks of this whole area that I haven't explored. I'm going to light the... this is just fair, being weird. I'm going to take my bag of sand out and just like kind of like lay a little. This is just as I was looking at my inventory, I have a little bag of sand.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna draw a circle of sand around him, and then take that candle from the priestess's room, and I light it, and then kind of just set it next to the dagger.
Nice.
And wait a few moments, muttered under my breath, blah, 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 spirit, da-na-na, be at rest, na-na. And then I'm going to blow it out, and then I'll go, And let that be the end of the evil. And yell it at the door.
Yeah.
And then I kind of waft the smoke towards the door. And then I'll move to the door and open it up very solemnly.
As you do, Robin turns to you. You can still hear movement upstairs as people are walking about. You hear some shuffling down the stairs and up the stairs, but nobody coming in sort of your direction. And as you step out, Robin pulls up close to your ear.
Do you know anything that I don't know that I should know right now?
My dear friend, there are many things I know you do not know.
You think you're clever, but, I'm trying to make sure that neither of us get killed tonight.
We're fine. We'll be fine.
All right. Roll me is that a deception check or a persuasion? Are you...
I'm just being honest.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion.
He feels no threat to himself right now.
Okay. Or maybe she should roll an insight. No, persuasion.
That was a critical fail. I'm losing her faith in me, which makes sense.
As you say that, maybe you cough a little bit and a little bit of blood.
I guess in truth, he doesn't feel really that worried about himself. He honestly, if I'm being completely honest, hasn't thought twice about the danger her life might be in.
Gotcha. She turns the doorknob with one hand, puts her other hand on your chest, and kind of pushes you back into that room, and closes the door behind her.
Hey, listen, I've been with you for a long time here. I've stayed at the Abbey. I've, gone along with...
You've done great work.
Huh?
You've done great work. It's been excellent.
Yeah, I have done great work.
Yes.
And me and my sister have both been excellent assets to your whole acolytedom, all right? I need to know what is going on so that I don't get caught in the middle of things and die. And you aren't doing very good convincing right now, so I'm going to need you to give me some hint as to what is going on.
Well,
Yeah?
all right. I have no idea who did the murder. Absolutely
So
no
the Durham thing was a little bit of a hoax? Wait a second. Durham thing was a hoax.
I never said that.
Okay. You don't know who did it, but you said that Durham did his spirit did it.
There was a spirit in the room.
What did Lord Frederick do?
Lord Frederick, he died.
Yeah.
What do you think it was?
He
was murdered.
Why did you kill him?
No, hey, hold on.
Why did someone who will remain nameless kill him?
I have no idea.
Roll me an insight check.
That's a poor insight check.
Okay.
Not a fail, but not great. 6.
Okay, I'm not going to give you anything with that, other than what you have heard from her so far.
I have some of the best modifiers for certain things. Oh. Can I do a persuasion?
Tell me what you're gonna. Well, yeah, you can roll a persuasion, but
here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna get very serious.
okay.
And I would look her in the eye and say,
Robin, you have committed yourself to my abbey and under my service as a religious leader. You're devoted and you wish to excel in your faith. The more you question me and the longer you take to trust me, the more difficult it will be for you to continue to grow yourself. I cannot show you what you must do next, and I cannot explain everything to you all the time. You must trust me. And
Is that
I'm gonna
is that
roll
a
up-
persuasion or is that an intimidation?
I mean, it could be either, honestly. I want it to be, I guess, I don't actually care about her, so I think it has to be an intimidation. I'm
Okay.
it's more or less me just saying like,
Shut up. Do what I
Yeah.
tell you to do.
Yes.
Okay.
But the intent is to instill more faith in me, not to scare her.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
That's the only reason why I would think persuasion. But 25.
I think it was the line about, if you want to continue to grow. Mm-hmm. When you say that, she nods and her face kind of like locks, and she bows her head a little bit and steps back away from the door.
Good. And I'm going to just kind of, then I'm going to put my hand on the door, and then I will release a slow fart.
Jesus Christ.
Looking her in the eye. Kind of a side, just looking her sideways in the eye. Dead-faced. And then I'll leave the room.
I swear to God, she says on the other side of the door. So where are you going now?
So, assuming the Lumineers have
Thank you to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Thanks to all of our guests, and thanks to you for listening. You can find us and say hi over at sidecharacterquest.com or by checking out our show notes for more links and information. If you're enjoying the show, drop a rating or review wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you around. Bye!
Hey, I'm Brooke. My friends and I perform spooky stories on our podcast 13. 13 is a movie for your ears with immersive sound design and music from our composer. And we're not reading you the same old ghost stories from Reddit. With original stories from our in-house writers and submissions from up-and-coming authors, 13 will make you smile, break your heart, and have you wishing for a nightlight. Atmospheric, slow burn, always spooky, and sometimes sexy. Our friends are some of the best voice actors and writers in our little corner of the podcast industry. So if you want to find out why those figures in black keep meeting by the water just before dawn, why you should never sleep in a room with an empty chair, or why you hear faint music echoing from the abandoned mall, join us by following 13 wherever you're listening right now. That's 13, the word, not the number, all spelled out. Bridget Howard keeps asking for my teeth. Wherever you get your podcasts.